MedSpeed's been in business for over 20 years, and at the beginning, really nobody thought about this as anything of an importance. It happened, but it wasn't something that got a great deal of attention. However, as health systems have gotten bigger and more complicated, logistics has become something that even executives have begun to pay attention to. It's about that essential connection between the patient and the caregiver, or between the caregiver and the community, to function as well as it can, for it to be as effective and efficient, and therefore to assure that that patient, that community, ultimately all of us, get the care that we need to be able to thrive.
So at the end of September, we were going to be impacted by Hurricane Ian within the Florida markets. We knew this was coming, so we made sure that this was something that we were prepared for, we planned for. We had conversations with the clients about making sure that they were prepared, but we understood what they needed. So at that point, we could then make sure that we completed all of our stops leading up to this, and then all of our stops after it went through.
I think the opportunity of being with MedSpeed has been more impactful in my life, and being able to work with a client and be in the hospital settings really shows the impact that MedSpeed brings for any client. We're providing a service that, one, doesn't want to be seen by the public, because we want to make sure that everything goes off as smoothly as can be, but we're also making a very big impact in the patients' lives whenever we're providing service to patients that have some very critical needs, and we're able to bridge the gap between lab and site to ensure that everything goes smoothly, so all results can be given in a timely manner.
MedSpeed was asked to facilitate a quick implementation for a customer that had requested to return to our services. I volunteered to drive MedSpeed on-demand routes based on my previous operations experience. The first pickup that I experienced was at a pediatric oncology tower who had not received their correct level of service from their previous provider. So when I arrived at the ZLSR, the staff appeared relieved. They hadn't received the pickups that they needed in some time, and there were samples that had expired that have directly affected the care of pediatric oncology patients. After I picked up the samples, the first person that I called was my wife. We had just had a new baby, and I put myself in the shoes of the parents whose children had been affected by that service failure. And it was a really tough call for me to have with my family, and a really hard scenario to imagine as a parent. And it reinforced that what we're doing really matters.
We had a critical pharmaceutical that was called in going from Indianapolis to Detroit. Our understanding was that it was a life or death situation. We had a supervisor in our Indianapolis office that took the initiative to jump in a vehicle and get this item delivered in order to save the patient. This event made me feel great to be a MedSpeeder. In fact, MedSpeed is more than just a career. It's an opportunity to make changes in our communities. It's an opportunity for us to save lives.